All right, this is 5.2, and we're just going to shorten the title to simplify. Our EQ, how do we combine like terms? Also known as simplifying. How do we combine like terms? So our first vocabulary would just be like terms. And you saw in your book they said something about they had the same variable. So let's write same variable, and we'll put some examples like x, 2x, negative 3x. All the x's are the same variable, so these go together. They're like the blue sticks, right? All the same. And then we also saw the ones with the power. So like 2x squared, negative 3x squared, and just x squared. So you can circle those x squareds. They're all the same. So same variable, and then maybe off to the right here, right? Same power. That's like terms. There was another vocab. It was constant. We talked about it. The constant is the number with no variable. So here's an example. So say we had x plus 3 plus 5x. It would be the 3. It would be the little block. That's the constant. All right, let's jump into some examples. So example 1. 4y plus y. What does that equal?
5y.
When we simplify. Yeah, 5y. Remember, there's like an imaginary 1 in front of that. So that's a simple one. Let's try another one. Example 2. We have 7x minus 2 minus 7x plus 6. What happens to the 7x's?
They cancel out.
Yeah, look, 7x minus 7x. So that's what we're left with. So I'm just going to cross them off. And now I have a negative 2 plus 6. What does that equal?
4.
4. That one okay? Easier? Let's try another one though. And make sure you guys all get it. So let's say we have 6 minus 3n plus 3n. What happens to the 3n's?
They cancel out.
Yeah, so you have a negative and a positive. They're the same. They're gone. Cross those off. What's left? 6. So your answer is just 6. I like those ones. Do you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Example 4. 2g minus 3 plus 11 minus 8g. Now what some people do is they circle like terms. So I'll show you that method. So I'm going to circle the ones with g's. So I have a positive 2g there, and then I have a negative 8g here. So what's 2g and negative 8g? Good. So 2 minus 8 is negative 6. And then I have this left over right here in the middle. These go together because they're constants. So what's negative 3 and 11? 8, because it's the same as like 11 minus 3, right?
Yeah.
So that's plus 8. And that's your answer. This is the kind of problem that drives people crazy because they want to make it smaller or they want to find something more concrete, and that's it. That's your answer. All right, let's do some U tries. Remember, on the U try, just raise your hand, but don't yell out the answer. So the first one, I'm going to give you two of these. The first one is 4x minus x. So just raise your hand when you know that one. Okay, everybody can say it. What is it?
3x.
Good. Easy.
That one was easy.
Let's do another one just to make sure. Let's do 2 minus 2x.
Oh, wait.
Some of you feel like I'm tricking you right about now, don't you? What's the answer?
2x minus 2.
2 minus 2x.
Yeah, it's just 2 minus 2x.
Oh, what?
Yeah. You can rewrite it if you want to make it look more like how you would see in the book. In the book, it might say minus 2x plus 2. They just reverse the order. But it's the same. You cannot put these things together, right? There's no x on this. This is 2, and these are the two x's. They don't go together. Question?
Oh, well, in the book it says something about coefficients. What's that?
The coefficient was the thing on Tuesday, Wednesday, where it's the number in front of the variable.
Oh.
So in this case, it'd be -2. Good question. All right, let's do a third U try. Because that was kind of mean, that last one. Right? I'm torturing you. All right, 5x squared. Let's try with the x squared, see if you guys can get that. Plus 3 minus 5x squared. Okay, if you think you know, say the answer. 3, because look, that is the same as that, but now it's subtracting, right? So we're only left with 3. Those are called additive inversers. Like I said, you'll see a lot of them. Okay, there's one more problem. I'm going to flip my page over because I'm going to run out of room. It's a picture. Yeah, and so we did 4 examples here. We'll call it example 5 on the back. And some of you might have seen this when you were previewing in the book. And there was like these geometric shapes. One of them looked like this. Kind of like a sideways trapezoid or something. I don't know, just kind of copy mine. And they put numbers and letters on the each piece to represent the length. So like on the top you might have one with a 3x, and that just means this length is 3x. You did a little bit of this in 6th grade when you started to do composite figures and you had to add up all the pieces. And yeah. And now we have on the right side, this side length is 2x plus 2. And on the bottom, it's 3x plus y. And then the left side is 6x plus 2. And we have to simplify the length, or like, you heard that word perimeter, right? Yeah, so perimeter is when you add up all the lengths here. Okay, so what I do is I start by circling my like terms. So I'm going to circle anything with x's. You guys see that? So I have 3x plus 2x plus another 3x plus 6x. So we need to add all these. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 6 is 14. So write 14x. And then how many y's are up here?
1.
There's only 1, so I'm just going to put like a box around it. So one of them is y. And then let's just underline the constants. So what do the constants add up to? 4. And that's your answer. This is the whole answer. So you'll be given a lot of shapes that you need to figure out. I know that on the first quiz, which will be probably in like a week and a half or two, there is one like this. It's not really that challenging. It's pretty much like that. So, okay, any questions? We're going to do some book work. So I'll write down the page numbers. You guys might want to write these down because they're kind of all over the place. But it's 391, 4 and 6, 392, 12. You can try 16. I'll put a star by it because I don't know if you'll know how to do it yet, but you could try it. 393, 22, and 24. And for those of you who are bored by this and just want to see what you can do number 30. This is like 2 stars. Nobody has been able to get the answer to that one yet, but you could try it. Challenge yourself a little bit. So you really only have to do 5, maybe 6 problems here.